Hey y'all, this is T. Hope you're doing well. I cannot complain. I'm doing awesome. Now, we have an update on Bruno Borges. This publication is from ACRE. It's dated July 3rd, 2017. This article is translated from Portuguese, so it may seem a little bit choppy. Now, the 27th of June marked the 3 months since Bruno Borges disappeared. His family is going to publish their first book in the next few days. So this is a little bit exciting, and it seems like we've missed a few things. One is an arrest, I believe, or is it a detainment? Let's see. I'll get through this the best I can. Again, this is translated from Portuguese, so I will do the best I can. The 22-year-old psychology student Marcelo Ferreira, who was arrested at the end of May for false testimony, told how he met Bruno Borges and denied that the disappearance of the young man on March 27th is part of a marketing plan to sell the works of the 25-year-old student. Another friend of Borges, who was also indicted for false testimony and robbery, was Marcio Giote. The young man who lives in Bahia should have appeared to testify at the Rio Branco police station on June 6th. As that didn't happen, the indictment was made indirectly, as explained the delegate responsible for the case, Alcino Jr. Marcelo Ferreira helped his friend build the room that caught the attention of the world. It was 20 days of partnership between Bruno and him until everything was organized before the disappearance of the young man. So from this next paragraph, what I gather is there was a meeting at the home of Bruno Borges, who is still missing. And it was between what they're referring to here as the Bom Dia Amazonia and Ferreira team, and Bruno's mother, Denise Borges, and his sister, Gabrielle Borges, in the young man's room. Ferreira said that Bruno had no intention of creating a marketing scheme, is what I'm gathering here, and only wanted to help his friends. So it appears before Bruno Borges went missing, there were some conversations made and contracts of some sort as far as any compensation of monies that would be made off of his works. So that's a little bit in question there. Again, the English is a little bit choppy. If I read it word for word, it doesn't really make that much sense, but the link will be below. For the police, the contracts, emails, and messages exchanged between the friends clarify the case. The disappearance of Bruno was part of a plan to ensure the disclosure of his work, according to the deputy responsible for the case. So that tells me a few things, okay? One being, after all of these things occurred, of course he's going to want his message to get out there. So you can take it either way. For the civil police, we close in this second moment, which is the proof that it was not a homicide. At least it is not proven. It was not a kidnapping, but that it was his own will. And it was a plan to publicize his works. So I would assume that that is what the police are concerned with, as if it was a homicide or kidnapping. And they're stating at this time, no, and that it was a publicity stunt, so to speak. Still, we don't know where Bruno Borges is. This goes on further that how they had met. They had a few friends in common. They had met at a few parties, a few of those being at Bruno Borges' home, and they had discussed lucid dreaming. And this went back to about 2013. It states that it was also in college that Marcelo had received this first invitation to participate in the Enzo project, and apparently that is the name for Bruno's work. Bruno had said he was developing various theories which involved philosophy, cosmology, and metaphysics, which would publish and revolutionize the world, he says. He goes on further to say that Bruno did practically everything. He only helped with a little bit. So they still don't know where Bruno Borges is. This guy says, hey, he just helped with a few things. And again, Bruno Borges had said before he disappeared that any monies that came from his works should be distributed in certain ways between his friends that helped him in any way in this project. The mystery about what all the messages and symbols left behind are still unanswered, as well as where Bruno de Borges is. And again, in the beginning, it said that his parents will be publishing a book within the next few days. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one.